In your health now, how hard is it to keep off the weight once you lose it? A New York Times article has been getting a lot of buzz around this topic. It's about a study involving 14 Biggest Loser competitors, the TV show, and it included information from 6 years after they competed. It turns out some of them really struggled after the cameras stopped rolling to keep that weight off. Dr. Luke Funk, obesity researcher and bariatric surgeon at UW Health, joins us now to talk about what this might mean for you if you're trying to lose weight. Doctor, nice to have you here for this. So many people are trying to lose weight. So what do you take from this study?
Yeah. Very interesting study. So we knew after they competed in this program that the amount of energy that they consumed on a daily basis went down by about 500 calories, their so-called resting metabolic rate. And they also lost on average 100 pounds. So we knew that going in. What this recent study showed was that the vast majority of patients regained most, if not all, their weight, but their metabolic rate, the amount of energy that they're consuming, the number of calories, stayed the same. So they now are back to their original weight, but their bodies are still consuming that lower amount of energy, and it suggests that your body is sort of pushing you to regain that weight. And that's, I think, the takeaway that a lot of us
Right,
have.
there's something called a set point. I guess there's a theory there. And what does that mean?
Right, that's the idea that there's a number that people have established in terms of how much energy they consume on a daily basis, and there's not much you can do to change that. That's that idea. So if you try to lose weight, your body's going to kind of drop how much it consumes, so that your weight ends up going back to that kind of set point. That's that idea.
So a lot of people out there, it's hard enough to diet as it is, and they hear that and they go, well, what's the point? So what would your message be to them to not give up on losing weight?
Yeah, so I think it reinforces this idea of this whole concept of obesity as a disease, and that, yes, if you're pessimistic, you might have that angle, but I think the more important message from this study is that, if we treat obesity like we do a lot of other health problems, heart disease, high blood pressure, cancer, treatments that need to be available, when you see a physician, the full spectrum of treatment needs to be available to these people. And so that includes things like referral to nutritionists, referral to exercise physiologists, having primary care visits covered, medicines covered, and in some cases bariatric surgery, which is what
you do.
Right.
Now you did find, we got about 30 seconds, that bariatric surgery patients, and again, this is what he does for a living, but the studies show that they do better at keeping it off? Is that what you...
So there are a number of studies that show when you compare bariatric surgery to just behavioral, so diet and exercise, for this class of quote-unquote severely obese patients, bariatric patients maintain significant amounts of weight loss over the long term, and it's much greater than if you just pursue diet and exercise alone. Not saying it's for everybody, but there is good evidence that it is very effective, absolutely.
Okay, so don't give up, don't look at this and just say, it's not worth it.
Don't give up. Involve your primary care physician and the medical consultants to help you. You're not fighting this battle by yourself. That the medical community is here to help. Obviously, prevention is important, and there's certain things that the public health community can do as well, like healthy foods. You mentioned mindful eating as well when we were talking earlier. There's a lot that can be done. So we're with you. We're going to support you. But yeah, we're also acknowledging your body is fighting against you a little bit, and but we're with you.
Okay, Dr. Luke Funk, UW Health, thank you so much for being here. Great information.
So I appreciate that.